Alright everyone, yes, that's right, the units have finally been released and I am extremely excited for the units that are coming because the units that are coming to Grand Summoners from ReZero are actually insane. It's like I'm genuinely excited. So again, thankfully, half off is here, so I'm going to be half off farming, half off in the background. So, like I just said, they officially released the 4 units that will be making their debut in Grand Summoners JP first, and I have no idea when they're coming to Global, but I hope it's going to be very soon. At the same time, not because I want to save, but you know. Anyway, so the 4 units that are going to come to Global is going to be Amelia, obviously, Rem, which is also kind of obvious. So like Amelia and Rem are pretty much like the main characters of this like crossover, to put it that way, because obviously Subaru isn't playable for lore reasons. But anyway, and then we actually have Reinhardt and the witch whose name I forgot. I think it's like, no, I don't know. I forgot her name. So, so these 4 units, like look, I don't really know about ReZero crossovers in other games, but I have never even thought about the witch becoming playable. And Reinhardt too, because like he must be broken with all his divine protections that he has in the anime. Like I wonder how he's gonna be in the game. Like this is genuinely exciting. So since obviously those 4 units got released, and since it's still gonna be a few days before we actually get to know their kit, I'm going to be guessing what their kit is gonna be like. I probably will be completely wrong, but you know, we'll have to find out. So I wanted to start off with, obviously, I'm just going to go from left to right. So we got Reinhardt. I have a strong feeling he's probably going to be light. He's going to be light, and he's going to be... Look, if they don't make him powerful, then I don't know what Grand Summon is doing. They should be extremely powerful, or, you know, Reinhardt specifically. But in case he isn't, I have a feeling he's probably going to be this unit who will deal solid damage, but he will also be like providing a lot of sustain, if that makes sense. Like he'll be there to protect the team, but also providing, like, or no, not providing, but doing solid damage himself. So I think he's going to be like someone who deals, maybe has even the attack ratio, but like provides like barrier, probably provides arch gen, provides some maybe all status up or cleanse, or you know, he provides survivability, but he also deals solid damage himself. That's what I think Reinhardt's going to be like. I think he's going to be light. Obviously he's human, so he's going to be light human, and for his slots I think it's going to be like physical, defense, support, and then at LB7 probably like, you know, like the solid slots, and then maybe heal at LB7. So physical defense, yeah, physical defense support. That's like one of the best slots ever for like a sustain unit. So that's what I think Reinhardt's gonna be. Then we have Rem. Rem, I don't know. I have a feeling. Look, I think she's gonna be water, but I also have a feeling she's gonna be dark. Like, I'm going to stick with water. I think she's going to be water because her normal version is also water. So she'll probably be water, you know, still. And, you know, she has blue hair and blah, blah, blah. So she'll probably just be water. But I have a small feeling that it could also be dark because of, like, how she, like, is a little bit looking, like, with the eye thingy. And so, like, you know. So what I think is that she probably will deal damage. Like, she's gonna be a solid DPS and she'll deal damage proportional to how low she is. So the lower she is, the more damage she deals. That's what I have a feeling of. I think she's going to be something like that. Just maybe even super crit in her kit. Maybe not. Just good damage the lower she gets. That's what I think. I think she's going to have good damage the lower she gets. And then when it comes to her slots, I think it's probably going to be like physical, magical, like physical, magical, and then, or magic, no, physical, magical, and then like, I don't know, defense 4-star slot. And then at LB7, probably like another physical. Something like that. I'm just, you know, I'm just throwing something out. I probably think, yeah, something like that. Physical, magical, and then and defense, and then LB7, another physical. And yeah, basically someone who deals a lot of damage, and then the lower she gets, the more damage she deals. That's what I think Rem is going to be like. You know, if we look a little bit to the anime and all that kind of stuff, I think that should be cool. That should be cool. And then we have Amelia. Now, Amelia, I'm a little bit double-sided on because, like, I have a feeling she'll probably be a healer, but she might also just be a magic DPS. So it could be both. But maybe she's a mixture of both. Maybe she'll deal like good magic DPS. She'll probably I don't know why, but something screams to me that she'll have super crit in her kit. So Amelia will probably have a super crit in her kit, but she'll also provide some healing. So not like you know a pseudo heal, just like actual healing. So she'll probably provide healing, and then probably and then magic buffs. So she'll buff magic units in your team while also dealing like similar like Momo. Momo doesn't really do damage on herself, but she does have a super crit in her kit, and she buffs magic users. But you know, okay, and then instead of having a defense slot, like probably a heal slot. That's what I have a feeling Amelia will be like. She'll be like a healer / magic buffer while also being a magic sub DPS. Something like that. Something along those lines. So she'll obviously be a spirit, water, or light. I'm with her, I'm very 50-50. Like, look, with Rem, I think it's like an 80% water, 20% dark. But with Amelia, it's like 50-50. She's either going to be water or she's going to be light. I really can't make a decision of which one she's going to be. I think she's either going to be water or she's going to be light. And, yeah, that's what I feel like she's going to be. And then her slots are probably going to be magic. Another magic, actually. You know what? Yeah, she'll probably be like... No. Well, maybe. Okay, no. I will say that she's going to be magic. And then defense and then heal. Or she's going to be magic heal. And then at LB7, she'll... No. Actually, no. Forget that. I think she's going to be magic, heals... magic, support slot. And then defense slot or heal slot. Or like defense slot and then heal slot at LB7. Something like that. Maybe she'll even be 5-5. Maybe she'll be 5-5. I don't know. So, yeah, I think magic, support, and then heal or defense slot. That's what I'm thinking for Amelia. And then, yeah, water, spirit, or light spirit. I don't know. Whichever. And then we have the witch. I think her name is like Echidna or something like... Whatever her name is. You know who I'm talking about, obviously. So, her, I think she is going to be like a full magic DPS. Just like nuke everything. That's what I feel like she's going to be like. Either it's going to be that, or it's going to be the complete opposite. Well, not complete opposite, but she's going to be like debuffing the enemies. Like just magic resistance down, or her own element resistance down. Like just debuffing the enemies to hell, and then just letting your team melt the bosses. That's what I feel like. Either she's going to be a full-on nuker, or she's going to be someone who just slowly, not slowly, but like just lets the enemies just melt. Like just no resistance, nothing. Just your whole team, and including herself, would just do a ton of damage. And then she's going to be, obviously, she's a demon, isn't she? Either demon or spirit, I'm not sure whichever one she is. And then she's going to be dark or earth. I have a feeling she's going to be either dark or earth. Probably like a 60% dark or 70% dark. And then like a 30 to 40% earth, probably. Yeah, she'll probably be dark. Not gonna lie, like look at her, she's probably dark. But I have a small feeling that she might be Earth actually, because I was talking to Creeler about it, and I was like, she's gonna be Earth, and he was like, what? She's obviously gonna be dark, and I was like, oh yeah, right, dark exists. So she'll probably either be Earth or dark. I'm still gonna stick with like a little bit with Earth, but we never know. And then her slots, I have a feeling her slots are gonna be like magic, and then like support. So magic support, and then at LB7 probably like another magic slot really. Something like that. That's what I feel like she's gonna be like. Just like magic, like so full magic DPS. So yeah, that's what I think. Just to quickly go over it again, Reinhardt is gonna be like this sustained, solid sub DPS with basically sustain and DPS. And then Rem is just gonna be a DPS who's just gonna a physical DPS, by the way, who is gonna deal as much damage as she can the lower she gets. Amelia is either gonna be a healer or like a magic buffer or magic DPS with super crit. And then the witch is just gonna be someone who is just like either nuking the enemies, or she's just gonna be melting the enemies with like decreases magic resistance or decrease earth or dark resistance, whichever one she is. And yeah, these are my guesses. I might be completely wrong. I probably will be completely wrong, not gonna lie. But either way, I'm extremely excited, and I really hope that they make Reinhardt super powerful. I once they're here, I would love to get Reinhardt and Amelia, but this also depends on that kit. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, these are my guesses. Let me know what your guesses are if you even want to guess. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about, well, my guesses, but also about this whole crossover. But yeah, alright. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.